Hey guys, welcome back to Mama Dubay. I'm Shelby and I put out videos all about motherhood, lifestyle, and DIY. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 different recipes that you can make for your toddler. They're great little breakfasts, but they also work well as snacks. And my son is 15 months old and he loves all of these right now. I also wanted to say I am sorry for the little hiatus, and I am coming back at you with all kinds of different videos, including some DIYs that we've done around the house and an updated playroom for Lucas. So be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, like this video, and let's get into those recipes.
So today we're going to be making some spinach egg bites. We're also going to be making some chocolate zucchini oat muffins, some French toast casserole, these cinnamon raisin oatmeal bars, and finally my personal favorite, banana pumpkin muffins. We're going to get started with the spinach egg bites. Often I like to make a lot of these recipes for the whole week and use them throughout the week, but with eggs, I don't really like eggs left over for more than a couple of days. I only did this recipe with 5. This will give me and Lucas and Robert a couple of days of these little egg bites as our breakfast. I combined a half a cup of almond milk. You can use any kind of milk. I used some salt and pepper, onion powder, and paprika. Mix it up really well and then get your pan and spray it down really good. I used frozen spinach, and if you do use frozen, make sure that you thaw it out and drain out all of the water. But you can also use fresh spinach. I just didn't have any on this day. And with the amount of mixture that I made, I am able to put together 6 regular size muffins as well as 12 smaller muffins. I put about a quarter cup of the mixture into each of the larger muffin cups, and I use just a little sprinkle of cheese on top of all of them. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing with these mini muffins. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees. And for the regular sized egg bites, I'm going to bake those for about 15 to 17 minutes. And then for the mini bites, I'm going to bake those for about 10 to 12 minutes. This is how they turned out, and Lucas could not wait to dig into these. Next up, we have these chocolate zucchini oat muffins. These are very tasty. They're not very sweet, so they're a really good option if you're trying to keep the sugar on the low side of things. I always like to mix my dry ingredients first in a separate bowl, so that's what I'm doing here. 3 cups of oatmeal. I use half of the rolled oats and half of the instant quick oats. I use 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 cup of raw cacao, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. Mix these together and set them to the side, and then go ahead and grate your zucchini. You're going to want to leave this just the way it is when you're done grating it. You don't have to drain it or anything. Before I add my almond butter, I like to spray my measuring cup so it comes out easier, and I'm adding just 1/4 cup of almond butter, 3 ripened bananas, my zucchini, 2 eggs, half a cup of milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and then I'm going to add half a cup of applesauce, which I didn't record, and then I'm going to add my dry ingredients to that mixture. Once it's nice and mixed up, I like them best in a mini muffin pan. You are going to bake these at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. These are a great way to hide some vegetables in a nice little snack or breakfast bite. Next up is French toast casserole. And I just filmed this recipe on my cooking channel, so I'm actually just going to link that video in the description box below. It might also pop up on the screen, so you could click it right there if you're interested in this recipe, but let me just tell you, this is delicious. Up next, we have these cinnamon raisin oatmeal bars. My son loves these, and even my husband loves these. I'll send them to work with him in place of a granola bar. They don't have any added sugar or anything like that, and they're really easy to throw together. You're gonna take 3 very ripe bananas and you're gonna mash them up. Once they're all mashed and mixed up well, you're going to add 2 cups of oatmeal. I like to use half of the quick cooked oats and half of the rolled oats. You're gonna need 1 beaten egg, 3/4 cup of milk. You can use almond milk or any kind of milk that you want to. I like to add 2 teaspoons of chia seeds in there. This is an optional step, you don't have to include those. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and finally half a cup of raisins. You could turn these into muffins, but I really prefer them in a pan like this so that you can cut them into bars. Bake them in the oven at 350 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes, and this is what you get. A snack that the whole family loves that you can feel good about. Now this recipe is my absolute favorite. It's banana pumpkin muffins. This is a recipe I've been using for a long time. I've changed it up a little bit, but I did get it originally from centercutcook.com. We're gonna start with 3 ripe bananas. You're gonna add only half a cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of butter melted, you're gonna add 3/4 cup of pumpkin, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and then you're gonna get a bowl and combine your dry ingredients, which are 1½ cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1½ teaspoon of pumpkin spice, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Whisk that all together, and then you can slowly add that to the wet mixture. Be sure to scrape the sides down and get the flour off of the bottom. And once it's mixed together well, you're going to scoop them into a muffin pan. I like them regular size muffins as well as mini muffins. These are great snacks for your toddlers. My son loves them as well as any other kid that I've ever given them to. Now when you bake these, you're gonna start them out at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for about 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, you're going to turn it back down to 350 degrees and you're gonna bake them for about 15 more minutes. On minis, what I like to do is I turn the oven on at 425 degrees And then once I put them in the oven, I turned the oven off immediately and let them bake for about 12 minutes. So that's it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching, and if you do take the time to make one of these recipes, please make sure you leave a comment below and let me know how it turned out. If you aren't already, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and like this video if you enjoyed watching. Where are you going? Hey. Do you hear the birds?